Hello and welcome to Ula Tea Leaf Readings. My name is Lenor and tonight I'm going to be reading your tea leaves. This is a horoscope for Leo. If Leo is your solar, lunar, ascendant/rising sign, then this is a message for you. Okay, let's get started. Okay, knock, 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 and let's see, what do these tea leaves have to say tonight? Okay, so a lot on one side. And our card for tonight is the Two of Discs, which has everything to do with change. A transference or transferring of energies. I always think of as above, so below. Kind of a balance in the polarity. And really just figuring out how to, let those energies come and go as they do. The ebb and flow of things, I look at the infinite Ouroboros figure on the card in the Thoth deck, and I think this is where we find meaning in the infinite chaos. Finding a way to carve out our little lives, our path, okay? But realizing we live in a world that is merely perceptions. Most things, all things are out of our control. How do we find a way to just kind of go along with it? I don't know. I'm figuring it out, but this is what I think about when I see this card. So I want to start with the middle here. We have somebody who looks like they are on a journey. They are walking. They are by themselves. I feel kind of, right out here in the middle of nowhere. I have to say, we have kind of a very oceanic vibe. We have, it looks like a school of fish, at least different fish maybe, going in some kind of channel or swimming, in the ocean there. We also have down here what looks like a whale, okay? So I have to believe you are going on some kind of trip, maybe, at least a departure from your normal routine. I think that this has to do with maybe work, money, making money, finding resources. These could be emotional resources. This could be, intellectual resources, inspiration, whatever it is. I feel, though, that you are kind of departing from your kind of home base, okay? And if that is that you are literally going somewhere, going to stay somewhere else, visiting another area, traveling the world, or if you are just kind of changing your schedule a bit, maybe, something, you're going to work at a different location, or, you're going to the other side of town to, visit a museum or something. I don't know. That to me, that's like, that's a big change. I'm going to go spend my day and go look at a museum. But yeah, so something, right? You're out there, you're getting some different energies kind of mixing into your life. And I think that's a good thing. I think that's, we all need to break our routines sometimes, get out there, see some stuff we haven't seen, or see the things that we usually see at a different time of day. under different circumstances. I talked about this in another reading just a couple days ago, that, it's like going to the grocery store. It's a lot different going at 8 o'clock in the morning on a Tuesday than going to the store at, 5 o'clock on a Friday afternoon. Those are two completely different experiences. And it doesn't have to literally be the store, but I'm just trying to think of something that makes sense to me because I do a lot of the shopping. So, get out there and witness things at different times of the day. If there's like a place you like to go walking, right? A park, maybe a trail. Try it in different, in the morning versus the afternoon or evening or whatever. And, be safe, of course. But just kind of seeing things with different eyes and under a different light. So with the fish, the whale, okay, I feel like this has to do, that's where I'm getting the resources. Also, we have a discard, but I do think that, whatever's going on, this is going to be a grounding experience for you. I think that, you're good at Leo's good at schedules. You're good at routines. You are usually somebody who likes to master things. So there's a lot of repetition in that kind of living, which is awesome. But I think that sometimes you can get wound pretty tight, especially when you're having trouble getting through part of a process that just is not aligning in the way that you want it to. So, breaking out of that little turning, loop that you're in, getting out of it, getting your head cleared, getting a little grounded, doing something different with your time. I know it can be painful to rip yourself away from something that you're doing, but I promise you, in the grand scheme of things, sometimes we really just need a break from what we're focusing on, because you're just going to keep, trying to force it, and it just is not going to work. Okay. And you're going to become more and more frustrated. It's going to get worse and worse. But stepping away, doing something else, taking in, some different things, some different visual things, different, sensations and just energies, frequencies, whatever. This will help, kind of change your thinking, your perception, maybe come back with a different way to tackle whatever problem you're facing. Okay. And with the whale, it's kind of the cheesy way to go with it, but I think that really you're getting ready to catch your whale, your big whale. I think that, you have been doing amazing this year. I remember a few readings ago, there was something about finishing a project, kind of getting in the mode to start something else. Maybe a new hobby, maybe a new creative pursuit, maybe a new job or something within the job that you have. But I think that now you are getting ready to really tackle, a big win. Okay. And, I hope that this has to do with, monetary gain. I'm not sure. I can't say that for sure, but I do think that, the card has aligned in that way. The tea leaves kind of make me think it could be. And so I think it's just kind of really about reorienting some of your perceptions right now. Okay. Being able to step away from, that hyper focus that you have. Okay. So let's look over here. We also have we have this interesting little scene here. It looks like a person and then a dog. It looks like a rabid dog almost. And it looks like it's about to bite what looks like maybe a snail. So as I'm looking at this, I'm thinking, it kind of feels like this, this loyal companion that you have, which is your drive to go fast, to go hard, to go fast, to get things done, to, just really kind of brute force through some of the problems instead of slowing down, taking your time, doing things particularly, really just allowing things to kind of unfurl in the time that they will. And I think that it looks like the dog's going for it. I think the person is kind of walking the other way, right? And in the hand, I don't know, it looks like balancing some kind of ball. And so I feel really that, I think that you really have to kind of force yourself to deny that urge to just keep going fast or something. I don't think the answer to whatever problem is going to come quickly. I think you have to kind of let it lie where it's at for now. Walk away, do something else, okay? Trust in the universe that it will provide you the outcome you're looking for, or at least the answer to help you get to the outcome, okay? There's not going to be anything good coming from this if you force it to happen, okay? I think it's just, it gets sloppy, and then, it kind of is going to fall apart ultimately. And, I think we've also talked about that in other readings, is that you're really good at the ideas, you're good at getting things started, going through those, a lot of the process, but then you get just impatient with things, and sometimes that really is why things don't work out, because there's not the patience there. And the world we live in, I think it's geared towards people, Leo, Aries, these kinds of signs where everything is quick, fast, at your fingertips. You make fast decisions off of instinct, and that's good. But when it comes to things that are enduring, that you hope for longevity, that are built well and thoughtfully, you have to take your time with it. There's no way to go right through and just kind of force it to happen. So I think, taking that time, you're gonna catch that whale. You're gonna catch one of these fish. I see so much abundance and happiness and just like a lot of resources coming in for you. It really is kind of a very beautiful time. And so that's the other part of it. Allow yourself to splendor in your success and your ability to do the things that you want to do. Your creativity, your enjoyment of life, your uniqueness, and all of these things. Always going so fast from one thing to another, you will look back on it and think, where did all this time go? Why didn't I stop to enjoy some of what I was doing? It was always about building more, going on to the next thing. And, your life goes by so quickly when it's always that. The next thing everything has changed again. And all this work you've done, which has been good work, but you have not enjoyed it. you haven't, you've never seen very much come from it. I mean, yeah, maybe you have some money and some nice things and, some stories and whatever, but what does that mean if you have not swam in the joy and the blissfulness, the splendor of the things that you're creating? All right, so now we have, and it looks like a person who is kind of holding a child, kind of swinging them around. And I think this is the biggest thing, especially if you have a child, a family, really allowing yourself to take breaks to be with the people you love. Ultimately, if you've had kids, grandkids, the time goes by like in a blink of an eye. It just is. You cannot believe how fast it goes. I mean, I have a small child. Still, she's a toddler. I still almost every night when I'm going to bed, I look at videos of the last few years, and I think I just can't believe, it's gone by so quickly. And it's been, the ultimate blessing of my life. It's been the happiest time of my life. It's been wonderful, but it's still just, I did not know time could go this fast. I didn't realize it. But it does. It really does. So you have to, right? You have to make an effort to be present, to be there, to be in the moment, to be a part of what is going on. This is something I struggle with myself because I am, mom. I'm always doing some chores and fixing things up. I'm cooking. I'm, working on the business. I'm, trying to make sure everybody's where they're supposed to be and doing, whatever, just always in the background kind of doing things. And sometimes I have to really, not just every day, every single day, I have to think to myself, I need to stop. I need to go play with my daughter. I need to, the TV's not on. I'm not on my phone. I'm not thinking about, what do I need to get at the store? What am I going to cook for dinner? I'm thinking about, what is she saying to me? What are we playing? What are we doing? In those moments, because they go by so quickly, and if I don't consciously, I'm neurodivergent. So, part of it is that any kind of stimuli, I'm like I immediately am onto something else, but, I have to fight for it. I have to. And it, I'm sure other people around me, they're like, it's pretty annoying, you're always, doing other things or whatever. But, that's just, we're all different. And, we have to be mindful of it. We have to be mindful of these things, or it's really the ultimate, it's like the ultimate travesty of life, like working so hard to make things as best, as good as you can, doing your best, and squandering it, not being there. So, that's my 2 cents about that. We also have a horse here. So I think when I'm looking at this, I just think your lucky horse is coming in. I'm not a gambling person, but I like the horsies. I don't know anything about it really, but they're pretty. They are beautiful. But yeah, so your lucky horse is coming. I really think that you have a lot of luck, a lot of fortune. Is it just luck and fortune? No, because you've worked very hard for it, and you will continue to. I know that. So it's not just by chance. This is not a chance thing. Okay, let's see. Now I feel myself speeding up a little bit because this is my last reading and I'm going to bed right after this. It's Friday night. I'm going to bed. Hopefully I can sleep in past 7:30, and My daughter, she just loves to get up so early every day. Well, even way earlier than that, really. But 7:30 is like, oh, we got a vacation. So let's see. We have, I see a vulture here, and I see a person kind of walking towards this central place. And you know, the vulture, we think, okay, this is like death. It has to do with death. It's out there picking at carcasses. It's a kind of a dirty bird. But I think the vultures, we have turkey vultures here, and they're beautiful. Oh, God, they're beautiful. They're gorgeous. And I think of a resilient, resourceful, the ultimate recycler, right? Definitely supporting their local community, their environment, you know, really part of the processing of things that usually would kind of go to, well, perception of it going to waste. Of other things would eat it, right? It would dissolve into the ground and whatever. But a beautiful, beautiful creature sometimes gets a bad rap, right? But really the biggest thing that stands out, you're a very resourceful person. You make things happen, okay? And, you know, you're on the move. Just open your eyes a little bit. Open your eyes, open your ears, open your heart. You know, enjoy some of those moments. And go do something you love. You know, that's your little homework for this reading, for this little cycle we're in. Go and do something that you love. A little thing. You know, go have a nice coffee. Go to a show. Go to a movie. Do something. Something that's not too extravagant or difficult or has too many complicated moving parts. Something just for you. That sounds so nice, like going on like a Wednesday afternoon to go see a movie by yourself. Just kind of, you know, quietly enjoying seeing some really boring old movie. That used to be my thing when I was like in my 20s. I would walk over to this little theater that was across the river from me, and just go and watch kind of like a matinee, some old movie. They played a lot of you know, like Western types. I was never into that stuff, but just kind of sit, you know, sit in the dark, watch the magic lantern flash in front of me. And yeah, just kind of be transported, go on a little journey somewhere, you know. And then nothing like the feeling of walking out of a cool theater on a summer afternoon back into the light. It's not late, so you still have more day to live, and coming back into reality. It's a weird time travel. All right, let's see. We have the Water Blessings affirmation cards, and I'm just going to go ahead and kind of stop where it feels right. And we have a beautiful little temple here, and I'm going to turn it over. It says, "Sacred body, you are a divine temple of truth and healing water." Yeah, I can't argue with that. You are, so give yourself a little bit of a break. Remember your body. Remember where you're at. I like to talk about and I will briefly real quick before I wrap up here, doing body scans. And this is a kind of mindfulness technique, and I feel like it's technically like a stimming thing, but I can't remember. But it's where you sit or lie down in a comfortable position. You start at the top of your head. You think about if you were like scanning through your body. you know, like if there's a laser just kind of scanning through your body, and thinking about each part of, okay, the top of my head, my scalp, my forehead, my brain, you know, my ears, top of my ears, my eyeballs. And as you're going down throughout your whole body, from head to toes, how does it feel? How are you feeling? You know, what are the sensations that are going on? You know, does anything hurt? Does anything feel numb? Is it tingling? Does it feel like, you know, nothing? I mean, is it just kind of, you don't even necessarily think, you're usually not thinking about it. You don't feel every part of your body all the time. And this is a technique to kind of get you back into yourself. You know, when you're anxious, when you are, you know, feeling, having moments of like dissociation, or, you know, for me, a lot of times it is, I just feel disconnected, but also just like, what's the word? Like listless. You know, I don't know, just kind of a very light kind of melancholy maybe. But then I think I need to check in with myself. And this is an alternative way, rather than going straight to the emotions. Thinking about how your body's feeling, getting back into your body, getting in that present moment, thinking about your breath, focusing on your breath. Okay. And this is a way not only to kind of, you know, ground yourself, center yourself, but I think that it's a way to also honor our bodies. I like to, and I don't do it enough, but remind myself that this body, you know, I might perceive it to have some flaws. It's getting older. It hurts more often. It doesn't always do all the things I want it to do, but it has gotten me where I am going always, you know. I'm here. It is here. We are here together. We are part of each other. And, you know, I'm thankful for that. And I have to honor that relationship. Right. And so that too is a way, I think, of kind of healing some of those hurts that happen through, you know, just the things that go on with our bodies, the conditioning, our societal conditioning, things that have been said to us throughout our lives, things that we've said to ourselves, you know, and so on. So, you know, just some things to think about. Your body is your temple, right? Okay. So I want to say thank you so much for spending this time with me. It is always such an honor to be able to bring these messages to you. If you'd be so kind as to like the video, it helps us get into the algorithm. If you haven't subscribed, please think about doing that. You can hit the little bell. It'll let you know when the next